slow, but I think we are officially on the air.
Are we
hey!
on the air? Oh my goodness. Hey.
How's everyone doing?
Hey, how y'all doing? What's going on? Happy to see you all.
It's a lovely day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and neighborhood day for beauty. Could you be my, would you be my,
Won't you
my
be
neighbor?
my neighbor?
Yes. So, how are you? Well, let's start. Today is Wednesday, February 9th, and welcome to episode 165 of the BGKH Show with Dominion
and motherfucking Epic.
It's the show for the blacks, the gays, the kinky people,
la la la
la
la la.
Look at that. Come on. Come on.
I cannot be kinky. I can't.
And you know what that makes us? Human.
I just got a piece of lettuce out my tooth.
Oh, I still got some chicken stuck in my teeth, so I'll deal with that later.
Oh, good. Okay, all right.
You know how you get that second meal and you be like,
well, this will be
I had chicken this morning.
But this will be like a third meal because listen. So FYI, I went to Chipotle today, and I had a little run-in with the Chipotle peoples. Now I didn't place my order. I didn't pick my meal out. It's already put together. I didn't make no changes to it. In fact, I'd ordered it before, and this is the second time they done fucked my order up.
This is a Chipotle in the hood.
This is a Chipotle in Baltimore, which it's hood, but it's kind of like more residential for like Baltimore. So it's not. It's
residential for Baltimore is hood everywhere else.
But yes, but no. It's residential for Baltimore.
Is it Baltimore City or Baltimore County?
It's Baltimore City, but it's
then everywhere in Baltimore City is hood.
Well, okay, so it's only about 2 miles away from Mondawmin Mall. So we'll just take it is what it is. So Mondawmin. So it's kind of
very ghetto.
Right. So it's not. I'm not saying
Mondawmin. So here it is. It's like this. You remember Iverson Mall?
Yeah.
So there's.
So you go
in terms of ghetto. In terms of ghetto,
it was about the same.
10 level. This is level 10 ghetto.
Okay.
This is level 0 ghetto.
Yeah.
Landover Mall was about
wait, Landover or Iverson?
Landover. This is back in the day. This might even before you even lived here.
Well, because I kind of remember Landover because I went.
Landover Mall was about 4 or 5 on the level of.
I would say about a 4.
It's across. It's a field now, but it's across from where Wegmans and all that is. And now, that big field.
PG Sports Learning was down there and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's still over there. So that was like a 4.5, 5. Iverson was always at least a 6.
I'm gonna say
now it's about an 8.5.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna still leave it. But
again, you know I'm bougie, and I don't really go there too much anymore. But the last time I went, I was like, oh,
it is definitely not on better malls and shopping places across the world. So let's be clear about that. But I'm gonna still say that I'd say maybe a 7. I think okay, it's about 7. And so
Mondawmin is 7.5, 8.
So yeah, they're definitely around the same. But as you go a little bit further away from like Landover Mall, where it used to be, and even Iverson, it's kind of residential.
Yeah, that's $1 million homes.
Yeah, so that's why I said it's kind of, But anyway, when I got over there,
that is because it's outside the Beltway. Once you get outside the Beltway, the buses stop running as frequently.
Well, that's true. So I got up in there, and I was like, listen. My order wasn't right. And the first young gentleman was like, oh, what was not on your order? I was like, well,
bitch,
my order wasn't right. So
did you open it up and show it to him?
I just put the bag on the counter. And I'm thinking to myself, you have 3 options. you can get Edward, you can get Chet, or you can get Mary Alice.
But what about Starkeisha?
Starkeisha wasn't even on it. Starkeisha was not available for this foolishness. Starkeisha is only at DEFCON 4. That's what Starkeisha's at DEFCON. So Starkeisha was like, but y'all might get in my bed for this. I ain't get paid enough for this bullshit. Right. Starkeisha's always, at the bottom.
I mean, she's always in reserve.
She's in reserve, but she just wasn't. But Mary Alice was getting ready to handle this as well. But I said, this is food. So I calmed down. I took it out of Mary Alice. Right. I was back to Chet, and I said, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead. But then I thought, you know what? I'm at work. I got my work shirt on, had where I worked at. So I was like, I'm gonna bring it down. I was like, okay. So when he said, "Do you know?"
First thing you do, turn your shirt inside out.
Well,
So girls
listen. No, a bitch was ready. A bitch was ready because I was going to snap this jacket. But anyway, so I said, "Listen, it's not ready." He said, "Well, do you know what's not on there?" I said, "Well, when I ordered for my receipt, when I placed the order online, it shows you everything I wanted, and I've ordered this before." He's like, "Okay, no problem." Now again, this is the second time it was messed up because I did the online where you go and you just pick up your order and walk out. Like I didn't watch them make it like you normally do. So I'll own that part of it.
Yes.
But again, I've ordered this before. I've had the shit delivered to my house, and it's been right. But okay. So then another young lady comes over and she says, "Oh, well," she pulled my receipt out. She puts my order and she does this, that, and the other. And I'm like, "Okay, fine." She goes over on the side to go start making my order. And I was like, "Okay," she's putting this one. I was like, "Oh, yeah." And then the beef and then, "Oh, yeah, you can put this." She's like, "Sir, I can see your order."
I said, "Bitch, you can see it last time, but that didn't stop y'all from fucking it up."
That's what I was in the inside, and I said, I'm gonna bring it
down.
That
was Mary Alice just.
I was like, I had to
come out
because listen, Mary Alice would have gave you a very firm on a metal counter, and I'm like, "Girl, are you banging on their counter, like leaving dents in the counter?" Like okay. But they fixed my order.
You don't want to be banned from every Chipotle in Baltimore County.
I wouldn't give a motherfuck. And them bitches are still going to deliver to my house.
Right.
But anyway, so we got it straightened out, but I was a little mad about that. But, I just finished off my dinner, and that's why I was pulling this little lettuce out because it's kind of a piece of little lettuce got stuck in my tooth.
Now, you know what the problem is? There's certain stores. Well, I'm just going to say this. I love Black people. However, any sort of fast food establishment or whatever that's in a Black neighborhood or fully staffed with Black people is always going to be a problem. The service is always slower. If you go to the McDonald's and there are mostly Latinx people there, bitch, your food will be out before you even finish your order. Can I get a bacon egg? With a hash brown? And can I get a half tea, half lemonade? How did this bitch know my order before I even got the words out?
Listen.
And you go into the one in a Black neighborhood. First of all, it's despite the fact that it's 25 motherfuckers behind the counter. You gotta wait like a good 5 minutes for someone to even come up and take your order. Cause you know what?
And you
a bitch will walk past you and be looking right at you. They will not break eye contact with you. They'll look at you the whole time as they go to punch out or make an orange juice or do whatever. They won't even be like, someone will be with you in a moment.
They're like, "Bitch, I'm off."
Right. Or it'll be bitches sitting. Like half of the staff is sitting, eating, their breakfast or whatever. And listen, I get that you deserve,
absolutely, you
deserve your break and everything. But I'm like, bitch, it's rush hour, So there's always that. So when they do finally get your order together, like that time I told you about the Taco Bell story, bitch, I was like, all right, I want this joint to come with 2 tacos. And 3 burritos.
Okay.
And I was like, instead of, thank you, Cortez, you're looking good as well too. I gotta watch your show.
Listen, your clips, the freebies, like not the freebie, the previews. I mean,
his OnlyFans, you mean? Just for he moved to. Is he still on?
I don't know if it's OnlyFans or Just for Fans, but anyway,
no, he's on Just for Fans.
The advertisement,
that's the one that I pay for because I support my family.
You know what, Cortez? I will support. And let me take that back. I will definitely support. Just tell me if it's only or just. Oh, it's just for. Okay.
Yeah, it's just for.
Hey, Teddy, what's going on?
He was on OnlyFans, but he switched over. You remember when they was having all that foolishness?
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah.
Remember they were like, we're not gonna do all the content anymore.
No, so that's fine. So
you just girls, you fucking with my money.
But I will make sure I go on Just for Fans.
Right. So all right. So I was like, all right. So I want the 2 soft tacos and the 3 burritos.
Direct message me your information so I can know who I'm looking for. I don't know if it's changed.
I got it right here.
Okay. All right. Never mind. I got it. I
got it in control.
Okay. Never mind. Okay.
And so I was like, but instead of the hard tacos, I just want 2 soft tacos. Yeah, type in your Just for Fans name, Cortez, and we'll share it on screen. We can get you some more fans.
Sure.
So then I'm like, because he is a supporter. He is Cortez is a super fan.
Absolutely.
So I was like, all right, so instead of the hard tacos, I want the soft taco supreme.
Okay.
Only difference that I wanted. And I wanted 2 of those because I called my sister. I was like, I called my sister, hey, you want some tacos? And she's like, you know what? I would love some tacos. I was like, good. So we're going to have tacos. So I want this times 2. So our friend Cortez is on Just for Fans as @sexy short sailor. That's @sexy short sailor. Yes.
Get into
it's just getting swole too.
Getting? No,
he got
swole. He
or
got
getting swoller. So anyway, dude was sitting there looking at me like, what? And so I was like, I want number 5, but I want soft taco supremes instead of. It is like a very common substitution to get soft tacos instead of hard tacos. It wasn't like I was asking
fucked up the game. Like, I mean,
I wasn't asking.
He was trying to press the number 5, and that's it.
I wasn't trying to ask for half beef and half chicken. So then he said, so I literally said that, and then he's like, okay, number 5 with the soft taco instead of the hard taco. And then there was a pause.
He couldn't press the one button.
He paused, and then he said, what was it that you wanted? You literally just repeated it back to me. I don't know. I'm not sure how much simpler I can make this. And so we did this like 2 times. And I don't know why I still entertained it. Because I just really wanted tacos. I really wanted tacos that day. So they did that, right? And then hold on. Put them girls on the phone. Put them girls on the phone.
Wait.
Put them bitches on the phone.
Wait.
Put them bitches on the phone. Now.
Wait. They had a show.
Wait a minute. Now, y'all know that we record this show every Wednesday at 8:00. And yet, every Wednesday, you hoes call us.
Nobody said we were just calling her.
We're literally in the middle of the show.
People on this group, and he knows.
And you are on air. You are on air, bitch. You are on air.
And that is fine. You know that you are on this show, but ignore the call, okay? Stop being so vain, Carly.
It is all about me. It is about me.
Lyra!
You're all looking lovely, by the way. Miss you too, baby. Mwah.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. But all right, so we get all of that. So finally, after 5 minutes of this back and forth, he calls the manager. And the manager's like, boo, boo, boo. No problem.
Number 5 soft taco.
Right. Number 5
Enter.
sub. Number 5 sub soft taco. It should have been so simple.
Yeah.
So then after an interminable wait, because again, there's 500 people working in the background, right? So I don't know what's going on. They give me these 2 bags with my 2 orders that should have 2 soft tacos and 3 burritos in it. And they give me 2 bags that are heavy.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me this. Okay.
They're heavy as shit. And I was like, why are these bags so heavy? But I was like, this girl, they don't sell nothing with seafood in it. So whatever the fuck is in these bags, I'm going to eat it. Because I'm just over it at this point. I get home, and they had literally given me 2 orders of like the 20-piece. So it was like 15 tacos and like, or like 10 tacos and 10 burritos in each one of these boxes. So they gave me like $50, $60 worth of food for like $12. So I ain't give a fuck. So all of that is like, I try to avoid going to places in colored neighborhoods because they'll just be fucking shit up.
It's not just the colored neighborhoods, because I was laughing because when I went back to visit Pittsburgh, and I was actually there with Spiller Boy, and we went to the Popeyes, and I said, I want to get some Popeyes real quick. Mm-hmm. And he said the order. He said, I want this, 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 and this. And the person said, so I have this and this. And I was like, well, wait a minute. He forgot you. He said, let me just pay for this. I said, what the fuck? He said, I don't want no bitch.
Been here before.
He said, I want no bitch fucking up my order. If they don't have it in there, fuck it. We just not gonna. I was like, I said, damn. I said, okay, well, so I get it.
And what is it with Popeyes never having the chicken done? And it doesn't matter.
Wait.
It doesn't matter what kind of chicken I want. It's always that chicken that's not done. If I go in and decide I want chicken tenders, the chicken tenders is going to be 15 minutes. If I say, what'd be real cute is that 5-wing special, because sometimes nothing hit
that 5-wing
like special. That 5-wing special. Oh, it's going to be like 15 minutes on the wings. It's like, well, what the fuck do y'all got? Well, we got this old crusty ass, these thighs and legs has been sitting out here since God was a boy.
Speaking of that, I had the worst experience ever at Popeyes just last week. And it took me and the roommate to we were kikiing about this. Open up the box. The damn chicken looked like this chicken skin looked like leather. And I was like, what the fuck?
So the chicken had been sitting there forever.
It's been sitting there forever. So I'm trying to peel the chicken skin. I'm like, okay, well, let me get to the, well, bitch, where is the, I'm biting into it. It was all skin and all green. And I was like, this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
That was the first time.
That's why I know I stopped fucking. There is a Royal Farms within striking distance.
And bitch, I feel like Royal Farms has been so salty lately. Or like up until, but I had some the other day in Baltimore, as a matter of fact.
It feels like they went through this thing where
it's not as salty.
They changed the recipe a little bit
because
yeah.
But it was cool. I enjoyed it. It was hot right off the grease.
Freaking that says, I like to wait for my food at Popeyes to make sure my shit is fresh. Yes, that is true. However,
I'm not waiting 20 minutes on top of
to stand there with 1,000 other people, because here's the thing. The line continues to grow.
Yes,
so you're not the only bitch waiting. You're waiting, and then they take the other person's order, and then the next person's order, and the next person's order.
Yep.
And then the more people that are waiting, the more confusion that is introduced, because they don't have the tickets lined up, on the thing where they pull it off and then they put the first ticket.
You're thinking
then the
logically.
next ticket go to that next ticket, then the next person. So they'll have these tickets lined up in some sort of random ass order, and then the bitch that just walked in the door will get their food. Meanwhile, I've been waiting for 20 minutes and my food still isn't ready.
And then they mad at you because you come across the counter because they ain't got your motherfucking food. They gave your wings to
right, and then they mad at me because I threw the shake at the bitch, and then the bitch hit me in the head.
They mad at you.
What the fuck? Yeah. Did you see that? Where that black woman threw, she got salty and threw that shit at the customer service counter. That bitch picked up the whole blender container and threw it at,
and that bitch passed out like boom. I said, bitch, that's what you get. I bet you won't do it again.
I bet you to learn your fucking lesson.
I bet you won't do it again.
Listen, that's why my patience. Exactly. I don't have the patience.
Yep.
That's why typically when the shit ain't ready, I just leave. Because you know what? That is the universe telling me to take my fat ass home and have
just
a
leave
salad.
It alone. Leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
Right.
Just leave it alone.
Or go to Royal Farms. So
that's where we are.
Anyway, so that's a lot. So how was your work week?
My work week. So my work week has been, I'm still training. And I think this week I was just for the first time able to get into you would lose your motherfucking mind. Let me explain. You apply, the application is downloaded into one program.
Is this job application or being a student?
The students.
Okay.
But for me, on the opposite side, I'm processing this stuff. So you apply online, it's downloaded into one app, FormStack. Then it's downloaded into HP Land Coco. Then it's downloaded from HP Land Coco.
I'm glad. I noticed you didn't say anything. I appreciate it.
It is what?
And they didn't see none of that.
Then it gets downloaded into Connect. But none of these systems talk to each other.
Of course.
And you have to go into each one to make updates in them about the same thing. And I was like, none of this makes any sense.
And nobody said, we could just have one system.
And I'm sitting there like, but part of that is what we're waiting for, because the new system, we're doing a training and stuff. And I'm so glad I get the emails like, okay, your training is coming up. Thank you, Jesus. Because our office needs to be the first office. So they're saying it should be like between March and May will be the implementation. Bitch, I need it to be implemented now.
Yeah.
So, but yes.
But the problem is, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, but again, when I sat down with someone that I don't particularly, listen, I'm going to just call it spade a spade. I don't like this bitch. And
I don't like that bitch.
I don't like her.
I don't see her.
I don't like her because to me,
it's like this. First of all, I don't like you, and you know it.
Like listen. I appreciate a bitch that tell me you don't like me. I absolutely, bitch. I would have more respect for you. Just tell me you don't like me. We ain't got to skirt around. We ain't got to but I don't like her, and I don't like her because I feel like she's been there for quite some time, so she knows how the office runs. But it's the tone and the way and the tone and the manner in which she does shit that just pisses me off. Like if I do something, she'll say, "Oh, well, that was the SOP in the manual." I mean, that's part of the you can find that in the manual under SOPs. Okay, well, thank you. And by the way, I'm not here on this day. And by the way, you can do this here. And by the way, you can do that there. Thank you. When you cut me off while I'm trying to ask you a question about what you just told me, so you talked about this thing. Well, wait a minute. You can always. I have a question about this. Well, I mean, if you just look over here, but I have a question about this. What's your question? My question is, oh, but see, if you just look over here, so you didn't even pay attention to what I fucking said at all. You have no intention of paying attention to what I said.
You're not listening. You're waiting for an opportunity to jump in to talk.
I don't like her. I don't like her. What is that movement?
That's Kendra upstairs.
I was like, bitch, bitch.
None of the mice are that big.
No, I'm not about mice. I'm just saying, what is that? I'm thinking it was like air or something, like a window. That's what I was thinking. I was like, what the hell? But okay.
No, that's just.
But anyway, I don't like her. But anyway, she sat down with me and did a training with me for 2 hours, and it drained her spirit because I made her slow the fuck down. What is this? What is this? Because I'm trying to understand the process from the beginning to the end. If I can't understand the process from the beginning to the end of what I'm supposed to be doing by myself,
right,
it's not going to work. So the training I did get, I was happy about. I was able to use some of it this week. I was able to get some stuff done. And you know how you have that list of things that come up at work? It's like that, your whole checkoff list that comes up of things that happen where people call you, you can't respond to it. And then at some point you have some time where you can say, oh, I can answer this, I can do this, I can do this, I'll put this here, I'm done. Today was the first day I was able to do that on a list since I've been there. And it's been since December. So I was very happy about that. So my work week so far has been pretty good. So I'm okay with that. Even though people don't necessarily understand, they can't follow directions. We had a COVID exposure in the office, and we were given very explicit instructions on when to come back and how to come back and what you need to do and how to report your results. But people just don't seem to understand. And I was like, this is what you do. Send. I have the same bitch that didn't want to listen. I have questions about this and other. Well, wait, I have. If you read my email before you send me another email, you probably will have your questions answered. But anyway, that's my work week. How was your work week?
Similar. Now, you know me from Onyx. You know that I send very thorough emails. Thorough. I go through the email. I say, what would the dumbest person who would receive this email need to know? So I walk through the email at that level because everybody else will be like,
bullet points,
got it.
Bullet points, highlights.
This is what I need. But the dumbest person will be like, so I can't just be like, oh, well, where are these drawings located? I can't just be like, here's a link to the folder for the 60% review. Inside the folder for the 60% review are drawings for each of the following packages. I'll send you the link to that. Inside of each one of those is a package labeled drawings.
It's rocket science.
And then another folder labeled specifications. Please use, and inside of that, now you know, y'all been working here for a long time. Y'all know that the drawings that we review are the technology set. So they're the architecture sets, the mechanicals, electricals, the plumbings, fire protection. So the technology set is the technology devices, like where all of the outlets and the wireless access points and all of this. Security devices, where all of the cameras and all of that stuff. Now, you know all of that, but I even go so far as to be like, you should particularly focus your work on the TN, the TP, and the TS. The T stands for technology, so you should be able to figure that out. You know, I still get motherfuckers that are like, first of all, I get motherfuckers that are like, oh, we were supposed to review some documents. And so when they say this, they never say it to me. And just be clear, I'm not annoyed about this because unlike when I was at Pepco, I can actually affect this. One, and two, I still enjoy generally what I do. Not for the rest of my life, but it'll do for the moment.
Right.
I said before, as a preamble to this, that I send out very thorough emails. So when they say, oh, we didn't know we had a deadline, they're saying this to the vice president, who was my big boss's boss. And so then my boss, is there's me, there's my boss, there's the big boss, and then there's the VP.
Okay.
My boss says to me, oh, so-and-so says they didn't get the documents. Here we are. What's today? The February the 9th. I don't need to defend myself.
Right.
But I just go through and look for, first of all, I have a system. So you always name shit the same. So then you can find it.
It's called naming conventions.
Naming conventions, 60% Baltimore. Go through the sent messages. When the first time I see this. All right. December the 12th. All right. So I take that December the 12th email that I sent to everybody that had all of these explicit ass instructions and reply to the person that said they didn't get it.
Along with everybody
as well
else.
as not everybody, but my boss, because all the other people did their shit.
Well, everybody else that needs to be
that need to know, that need to be aware that your motherfucker is he's either lying or incompetent or didn't do whatever the fuck he was supposed to
or
do.
both.
So I send it to him, I send it to my boss, I send it to the big boss, then send it to the VP because you don't get them involved in that. But I was like, so you can see the whole change. You see that the first email happened in December. Here we are in February. So you can't say you weren't aware that this was going on. And actually, I didn't send the one in December. I sent the one in January, which was already 3 replies, reminders to let people know that the deadline was coming. So did you get the whole trail of emails? So did you know you can't give me this, oh, I didn't know what was going on or whatever. And then they do some shit 3 months late and then act like they did something. Like I've been asking you, like if I ask you, did you clean out it's like, we're building a house, right? So I can't, and everything is going on. You need to clean out the garage so that we can get this next step done.
Right.
I've been saying to you for 3 months, did you clean out the garage? 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 And then they're like, and then we're like, okay, so the drop dead date for cleaning out the garage is February the 15th. So today they tell you, well, I hired a contractor to clean out the garage. Okay, great. That's fine.
It needs to be done.
Now, we told you back in November that we needed you to clean out the garage and we needed to have that activity completed by February the 15th. You tell me today that you hired a contractor to do that. Okay, so they're going to have this shit done by February 15th. Oh, well, it takes at least 3 or 4 weeks to get the contract on board. Bitch! And then you act like you report that shit to your boss like you did something. Well, I hired a contractor, but bitch, we already told you that per the schedule, this shit was supposed to be done on February the 15th. You tell me a week before it's due that you hired somebody that's not even going to be ready to start the work that takes a week to do until 3 weeks from now. But then now you said to your boss, oh, I did something. I did my job. Bitch, you did a good job. Bitch, you did not do a good job. You are late. You are late. And the one thing that does piss me off is that my boss is insisting that I get up this PMP because it's required. Everybody in this office got to get their PMP. I'm the only bitch without my PMP.
A PMP is not necessary. Well, let me take that.
Right. I'm the only bitch without my PMP. They knew this. So it's not like everyone's like, you get like a year to do it from the time that you become a permanent employee. So if I want to stay a contractor, I ain't got to worry about it. But I am going to get it. But my thing is they want me to be the PMP because they've set this up as this standard. Bitch, everybody else that's fucking up got their PMP. So clearly you don't need getting this PMP has not improved your ability to do your job even one damn bit.
And what is that other certification? The not P is PMP, and then is it with Lean Six Sigma?
Yeah, all that shit. Girl, that doesn't improve. I've never seen
You
anyone
are fucking up. How about that?
I'm sure there are some people who have the PMP and it has worked, but every time I've been in a position where someone had their PMP, I've always been able to do my job, or their Six Sigma certification. I've always been able to do my job better than they have. So anyway, so it's 8:33. We've had enough bitching about our job, but y'all can feel free to bitch about your job too. So
Absolutely.
One day we're gonna have
a whole bitch fest.
A whole bitch fest. We'll just get all the super fans everybody be on there.
Talk about your
Listen,
job.
Everybody's like, because this feels like the one time where the shit will go viral.
Be like, bitch, I don't like that bitch. I go back to work and be like,
oh, you don't like me? You don't like me?
That's when Starkeisha come up. Bitch, you heard what the fuck I said, bitch.
One, this is my private time. Two, I said what I said.
And three, fuck you.
Right. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it?
Bitch? Whoop my ass.
Right. You listen.
What you gonna do? This whoop my ass.
In my neighborhood in PG County, the girls will be like this. And then they would back up from that, right? And then they would be like,
that right there, that gets people fucked up.
But no, here it is, because you do all of this and you're like, it don't matter because you can't beat me. And then because then what you see is like everybody in the crowd, the crowd is like, yup, you can't beat her, so feels like you need to shut up. And about 50% of the time they back down, and then about 50% of the time they get their ass beat. I have never been in a fight that I started, but every fight that I've been in, I won.
You better finish that motherfucker off and walk away like, bitch, what?
And then I usually go home and cry because I don't like to fight.
Because you become another person.
I become another person. Like the time my best friend at the time and his friend said something about my sister, and I beat everybody in the neighborhood ass. I ended up fighting just about everybody in the neighborhood. And I'll take a punch.
Hey, Joshua.
If it serves my aim. So DJ had these cleats.
I remember you talking about this.
And he's swinging the cleats around. So, bitch, I waded into the cleats. And I mean, I'm not going to let him hit the face. But, I waded into the cleats, caught them cleats with one hand, put one on one hand, put one on the other, and started wailing motherfuckers with the cleats on my hands like boxing gloves.
Tag.
Right. The funny part is that there were other people in the neighborhood that didn't like DJ and some of the other people. So I hear my parents talking to some of the other parents later. It was like, I ain't like that little nigga no way. So when Brian was whooping his ass, Carolyn was like, you should go out and stop it. I was like, nah, that nigga always talking shit. He need his ass whooped.
Stop talking shit.
He did come out and stop it eventually, but after DJ's nose was bloody.
Well, I mean,
I was like, you shouldn't. I mean, I'm the only one to get to fuck with my sister. Don't nobody else get to put their hands on her, bitch. I will kill you if you fuck with my sister.
And there it is.
Right. So anyway, all right. So we've got a lot to talk about. Let's be. A lot of people joined us, so we want to say hey to Atlas.
Hey,
and
Atlas.
Tyra and
hey,
Freaky McNasty. Eccentric joined right at the very beginning. And of course, Cortez and Quintessential. El Teddy. We said Joshua. Thank you. And so thank all of you guys for joining.
Thank you.
There is so much other shit that you all could be doing on a Wednesday evening. And we are incredibly grateful that you chose to spend that time with us. So who we want to talk about first?
I had to grab something looking a little crazy. I don't know what I did. Something grabbed or whatever.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
But anyway, so it don't matter. We jump right in. We could jump in. Let's all
right, let's talk about Nelly.
So
all right. So what had happened was, because I don't be paying attention. I be working during the day. I be working. I
get annoyed when I get like all these extra messages, like again, like the phone calls.
Yeah.
Because I was so used to being at home. I'd be like, all right, but now I'm like, I can't. But anyway.
Right. So I saw the girls on the Facebooks talking about Nelly's penis. And so, strictly for you all.
Right.
It's for you all. I do this research for you all. So I go online.
All for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You really want it. It's all for you. You gotta have it. It's all for you.
Say you really. Is it needed? I'm not being funny. I don't know all of the words.
Yeah.
But because your face for a second, it was like, bitch, you don't know the words. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know the words.
Come on.
For a second, though, your face was like, bitch, you don't know the words? I'm sorry.
I gotta fix my face.
Right.
I gotta fix my face. But anyway.
So I go on the Twitter. So, and also, here's the thing. When people are like,
oh, yeah, I'm supposed to send that video to a couple people.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm listening.
But when people are like, send me the link, bitch, go on Twitter and find the fucking link like I did. I mean,
sometimes it does get a little ridiculous after a while because it's like all this shit pops up and if somebody wants to talk about it, it's like, girl, just send the fucking link.
Right. The thing that I am annoyed about with that is that I don't have some secret. This wasn't like an OnlyFans page. This was on Twitter. I literally all I did was go on Twitter and use the keyword Nelly. I ain't say Nelly video, Nelly penis, Nelly. That's all I did. Then all of the search links comes up. They got the top links, the pictures, and then the videos. I go to the video because it's going to be a video.
Hey, Louboutin, it's always time for a motherfucking Janet break dance. I mean, dance break. What are you talking about? Come
exactly. And so I found the video, and it's a video. We don't see his face, but everyone has verified that it's him. And you see a woman sucking him off. Now, he is not as big as, what was the other dude?
Which one?
Last week, a couple of weeks ago, there was a DaBaby or some dude just had a relatively large.
So we can we? Oh no, are those used? Because I was gonna say we can probably illustrate with what you have over there in the chair.
Oh yeah, grab one.
Yeah.
Oh okay. Yeah, grab one in the chair.
So.
Oh no, girl, no, this is YouTube. No. Let's not do that.
Okay. Yeah. So let's not do that. Okay. So let's use this phone. Okay. So just for
length's sake.
For length's sake and also comparison, this is a Note 10 Plus.
Yeah.
So this is what? Probably, is this 7 inches?
It was Soulja Boy. Now, Soulja Boy's length is the length of this phone.
Right.
By comparison, Nelly was about that. So because we got the same phone.
Right.
This is definitely defined as a big penis. In terms of length, it was not this wide, but this is the length. So that was how wide or how long Nelly Soulja Boy's penis was versus this is a respectable length.
Listen.
Now, when old girl was sucking it, she had her hand over most of it.
So you couldn't see the rest of it.
See the length. But me being a penisoir, I
think penisoir.
A penisoir. A penisoir, yeah.
Okay.
I am also an octopusoir.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're both dickologists, as it were. Being a dickologist, I knew that the total length was from the bottom of her hand
all the way up
to the top of her penis. And I'm like, that's not a huge penis.
It's not.
But it's about the size of most of you girls.
Yeah.
Because listen, here's the shade. Most of the girls on Facebook, not most of them, but several of the girls that are on Facebook, I've seen them naked. And I'm like, girl, your dick is the same size or smaller.
Listen,
most dicks, I mean,
average
white
man's penis
white men might think that all black dudes have big dicks, but I'm here to tell you that they don't. But most men's dicks are just average. Go ahead.
And the average length of a man's penis is supposed to be it's like 5 3/4.
Something like that.
It's like 5. It's between 5 and 6 inches, but that's the average man's penis.
And so I didn't appreciate. I mean, first of all, you've been conditioned by porn to think that everybody is huge because clearly they don't typically have big, huge. They typically don't have small penises or even average penises in porn because of machismo, big
a whole
dick,
bunch
whatever.
of other things.
So
not 6.8, girl. This is
average,
like 5.
it's not 6.8.
It's not 6.8.
No. It's definitely
it's not
less
6.8.
than that.
It's 5 and some change. I think it's like 5 3/4.
And it was just like everyone was talking about how small it was, and I was like, his dick is not small. It is certainly not huge.
It's not huge,
but it was fine. I mean, Ashanti liked it for several years, and it was a totally fine. We're not even going to talk about the fact that he got $40 million in the bank. So $40 million will add 4 inches to the length of the dick,
and it might get you a shout out.
Hey, you big dick motherfucker! Listen, but I'm just saying it was tacky to me because a lot of the people, remember we talked about being in community with people?
Yeah.
This is a very small example of that because, we talk about in the leather and kink community about
5.1 and 5.5 inches, just so that we're clear.
Right. That's the average.
Yes.
Right. And I just felt like those of us who are in the community should not be shaming someone for something that they can't change.
Yeah. I mean, and here's the other thing. Listen, I've said this several times. I've had my share of some large ones, and I've had my share of some smaller ones.
Mm-hmm.
The smaller ones did what they're supposed to do. The larger ones did what they're supposed to do. Do I have a choice? A preference? Depends on where I'm at, what my mood is.
Mm-hmm.
But they both have done what they're supposed to do.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
And so that was just the thing for me. It's like, girl, all of you all talking shit. I've seen enough of you all's penis to know that y'all aren't exactly packing, 20 plus or 10 plus inches as well. And also, I've seen enough of you try to get, because we do have a few friends who do have truly large endowments.
Yes, they do.
And I have seen them in action. And you girls spend all night like just trying to get a tip in. So even if you do claim to like huge dicks, you can't take them. So
America,
you just wanted to have shit to say on the interwebs to try to make yourself sound good. And also, let's not forget one of my Facebook friends, and I'll say her name, Bianca Spencer, who is Miss San Francisco Rubber 2019 or something like that.
Okay.
Pointed out, because some of the people really were sort of going in on the woman and her lack of oral skills. And be that as it may, she pointed out it was like, it's kind of fucked up that everyone's commenting on this woman who most likely didn't consent to having the video of her sucking dick out there on the interweb. So I'm restricting my commentary to the commentary about Nellie's penis size.
I don't even care that she was in the video. Like, I don't even, like, for me, I'm just kind of like
looking around.
I was looking around her. Like, it wasn't even about her. It was about, just, like, for me, that's, I feel bad for her because her face was clearly visible.
It was.
Clearly visible. And if she that's not what she wanted.
It's like, I typically don't photograph myself.
Yes, bougie girl. Yes, bougie girl.
Oh, no. I'm saying your phone is 6.8. Okay, got it. Your phone is 6.8. Nelly is a solid 5.234985 because you see, Bougie Girl is also a dickologist, and she knows she was able to project that penis size and put a phone up to it and correct.
It was like,
for
I'm gonna go ahead and do
this
extrapolation and go ahead and this is my interpolation and this is 5.2.
She said the average 985. She said the average woman's female fingernail is, with press on is about 1 inch. So then if you take that and multiply that times, then you got a so I appreciate that.
You got a 5.234.
I help that. I appreciate that. So let's not talk about that.
And Lola was
Lola is definitely everybody in our little group is a dickologist.
There's a dickologist. So yes, we talked about that in our
chat.
Yes.
So I thought that was just a fucked up conversation to have. And then today,
come on, Louboutin.
I've orgasmed from 3 inches to 11 inches. It's all in knowing how to work what you have. And that's the thing. Let me tell you something. So I do not get penetrated often, but I did. There was this guy that I used to let hit like every like 2 or 3 years because I get in that mood, and he would always somehow manage to find me in that moment. And then every time he fucked me, I would be like, this is why I don't get fucked very often. Because he was thick. He was like, well, to me, this is thick because, because I don't get fucked very often.
No, this is thick.
Okay, so this is about how thick he was. But he wasn't quite this long. So he was about
like
that.
A beer can.
So, yeah. So,
like a beer can.
Yeah, so he was about here. But child, he was fucking like he had like 12 inches. So he would like pull out all the way out every time. And I'm like, girl,
we're not doing this.
We're not doing this. It wasn't even it wasn't pleasurable at all to me.
Don't play them games. I hate when people do shit like that. They want to play with it. Like, oh my God.
Right, girl, if you got 7 inches, fuck like you got 7 inches. If you got 7 inches, you can't be pulling all the way out like you got 9 inches. Cause I got a big ass. It's wide, but it's I ain't got like cakes. So if you pull out too far, you hitting air. So I mean, don't feel bad about it. I have been jealous of, big booty hoes. Big booty hoes, hump with it. Hoochie mama, hump with it. So, yeah, so that was my thing. I think that was unfortunate. And then today, Lil Fizz, who I was like, who's Lil Fizz?
Like, what?
So
I've heard his name before, but like,
I looked him up and saw a picture of him, and people were like, he's from Love and Hip Hop. And I was like, oh, no. But here's where you will know him from. He was in B2K.
He was one of the boys that got raped by the guy.
Maybe, but you're not thinking of that's Raz B.
Well, I thought they all did at some point.
Oh, well, I don't know about
that. But anyway, but I know Raz B is the one that's off.
Raz B is the one, the light-skinned one with the big red lips.
Atlas, you're what? Okay. I'm sorry.
Did he do? Listen, Atlas's big booty has gotten bigger in the 6 years that I've known him. I don't know what that says about me, considering we won't do that. But his booty has gotten bigger since I've known him. You know what it is? Living in a place where you can get good steady meals. He got comfortable. I've raised my baby right.
I
got my baby regular meals.
All right.
And she's good to go. But anyway, so Lil Fizz is one of the members of B2K.
Okay.
Who also apparently has so unlike Nelly, who apparently, now the girls always say they got hacked.
He didn't say he got hacked. He said, if I remember correctly, he said he regret that it was leaked.
Oh, I read
maybe,
was that he said that it was being investigated because someone hacked him and put something that he had. It wasn't live. It was on Instagram Live, but it wasn't his live or something like that. Anyway, right now he's claiming that he was hacked.
Listening. I'm still looking because I thought I heard, but we're listening. I'm listening.
Right.
Go ahead.
But unlike him, who might have been hacked, I don't believe that, but possibly. The girls always get hacked. The girls
accidentally uploads women giving him oral sex. But again, this is YouTube, so that could be anything. So let me.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So that could have been an accident or whatever, or it could have been like you getting your dick sucked and you're scrolling Instagram and you accidentally hit the button. Listen, I'm just making up scenarios to win. That's why when I'm getting my dick sucked, my phone is typically far away because I don't want to accidentally do that.
Yeah, I can't.
Lil Fizz actually has an OnlyFans page, an actual OnlyFans page.
And is it worth it though?
Not based on the video that was posted. Now, again, I am not penis shaming. I am penis commenting.
I cannot. We're penis. So this is what we're doing in 2022. We're penis commenting. We're the penis swaz Our
the
penis
dickologists
the penis swab dickologists are now commenting.
We're dick commenting.
We're dick commenting. Okay.
We're dictators. We're dictators.
I fucking can't.
Even for the BGKH show,
I fucking can't. I'm looking for this damn video. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
I forwarded to you on Twitter.
No. I'm talking about the apology piece. Like, because everything I've said, it says stuff like, his team is working to investigate how the private video was posted, but it seems as if he was hacked. So
yeah.
Like,
sure.
So
Lil Fizz has an OnlyFans, and in this OnlyFans, he is jacking off. And again, as
hey Michelle,
as dictators,
hey boo boo,
we've seen the kind of dick where the shaft is relatively slim, but it's got a big old mushroom head
or bell pepper
it
head.
Literally looks like a chanterelle mushroom,
or like a green pepper head.
The shaft is really skinny, but then the big old head. So in terms of, the bell curve of shapes of penises,
not three hots and a Tempur-Pedic.
Shut up. He is his shape. The length wasn't bad. The length looked like it was about 5.5, 6 inches. So it wasn't a terrible length, but the shape of it was just kind of it was on the further end, of standard.
Okay.
Because it wasn't deformed or anything. It wasn't anything like that, but it was definitely like he could have kept it, because my thing is like, girl, if you're gonna do all of this, like, give us something. Because if I'm paying exactly eccentric, that shape was interesting. Yes, it was definitely interesting. Oh, look who's back, Spesh. From around the world. Where are you dialing in from today, Spesh?
Dubai, Abu Dhabi,
right?
New Delhi.
No, probably not New Delhi, but I'm betting it's like
Cancun,
Ibiza or something like that.
Ibiza,
yes.
Brazil.
So it was definitely an interesting shape. The length was within acceptable. The length was within acceptable parameters, but the shape of it was a little different than one might normally expect. And it's funny because people always have this expectation that because you're on TV or you're a music star or you're whatever, that you're going to have this big, huge dick. And girl, just because you're on TV don't mean your penis is any bigger
than anybody
else. It's a couple of the world's biggest stars walking around with micro penises. I'm just certain of it.
But oh God,
I know you don't want to hear that your favorite rapper, the one that gets your octopus swab moist at night, is walking around with, maybe 2-3 inches rock hard, but he got money. So remember you said that gives you 4 inches.
Gives you 4 inches.
Mm-hmm. So when you take that 3 inches and you add that, there's 10 every inch. Every $1 million gives you an extra half inch. So if you got at least $10 million in the bank, then that gives you 5 inches on whatever you got on top
5
of that.
inches. Like
so, so that's why everybody got at least 8 inches. Plus, rulers in this country are getting smaller and smaller every year. Because I be seeing these girls online talking about my dick is 10 inches. And I'm like, bitch.
By what standard?
10 inches is getting smaller and smaller every year. I feel like we need to call the international, national standards
measurements.
Yeah, NIST.
I can't think of it.
National Standards of Technology, blah, blah, blah. Because, girl, that 10 inches is off like a mug.
And listen, here's the thing. 10 inches can actually be cute, but if it's 10 inches and it's some thin shit, it's going to be irritating. It's going to be like a noodle.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a noodle. Like, what are you going to do?
And my thing is, like, that ain't 10 inches.
Yeah, I mean, it's 10 inches
I
by
know
length,
what 10 inches look
but like.
Listen, I know what 10 inches look like. And that ain't 10 inches.
All I'm saying is.
Exactly.
Inflation is affecting
everything. Jesus Christ. All right. So that's all I got to say about that. Anything else we want to talk about with Lil Fizz or whatever?
Nope.
And also, let's remember that we're already in great territory because no one, male, female, or whatever you identify as should be shamed for the body that they were born with. If we want to comment on it, you know, that's fine. But I'm not shaming either Nelly nor Lil Fizz for their body. Because first of all, it's totally fine what they have. And even if they did have a deformity, we certainly wouldn't comment and make fun of their deformity. And also, let's remember that when we see these videos, a lot of times, just like in the Nelly video, there are other people in the video who, even if we are like, ooh, Nelly got a big dick, that other woman did not consent to having, unless she turned out to be the person that uploaded it. But that could be, I mean, you know, stranger things have happened. But until we know that for sure, I mean, let's not, you know, be too harsh in our criticism of others, because everybody didn't necessarily consent to be in this video. And even those that consented to be in the video might not have consented to having it shared across the world. It's all right for Nelly to share it, you know, or to have it, but maybe that woman didn't want her grandma to be able to find her. And is that Shelly?
And this is why I try not to do videos.
Right.
I just try not to.
Listen, the girls on Twitter all the time are like, you should show more videos. I was like, I do show plenty of videos, but my face is hidden and the slave's face is hidden.
Yeah, I just,
because I might still be president one day.
I don't know if I want to do all that. So, but anyway.
All right. So what's next?
So we have a lot of other things to chat about.
We can get through them all.
Yeah. So why don't we talk about Kierra Sheard?
Ciao. So Kierra Sheard said that
this is the single women comment that was made,
right?
And people were going up in arms about. Well, some people were going up in arms,
right? So when interviewing Sheard Kelly for promotion of her new movie Line Sisters, which sounds terrible just from the name.
It's a Lifetime. This is Lifetime or BET? It's very Lifetime BET-ish, the movie.
Yeah, it just feels like it's about some sorority that has elements of Delta Sigma Theta, Alpha Kappa Alpha, Sigma Gamma Rho, and Zeta Phi Beta. But it's not any of them. There's going to be some sort of a, you know, that's going to be their call or some shit. And it's going to be like somebody stealing some. Won't. That's what their fraternity brothers do. That's what the fraternity does. Won't. So anyway, so she's promoting this movie, Line Sisters. Page Six's Tashara Jones asked the newlywed about the marital advice she received from her mother, gospel music icon Karen Clark Sheard, regarding letting friends stay at her home. She said her mother told her to be careful about who she allows into her space now that she's married. What else she said? I don't know how you trust them or whatever. I'm very mindful and careful. I would buy a friend a hotel room before I let them stay at my house. She went on to say that as a prayerful person, it's equally important for her to discern what role she should play in a friend's need for housing. Am I supposed to let them into my house? She asks, adding, because we as believers, we believe that what we have, we are supposed to share with others, but I'm not sharing my man. So I'm not sharing my man. I have to be cautious with everyone else that I share, as far as with him being there too. That was a lot of words. I have thoughts, but I'll let you go.
I'm really of the mindset of, and I mentioned this in the Superfan group.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very careful about who I allow in my inner circle.
Mm-hmm.
And my inner circle for me are people that know just about every goddamn thing about me. That if something happened to me today or tomorrow, they'd be able to put together every single thing about my life, because I've talked about it, they know about it, they participated in it, or they have an idea of what the fuck it is.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, what you doing with your boo for Valentine's Day? Is that, we'll bookmark that?
First of all, I'm wearing all black as I always do, because I boycott Valentine's Day. So I'm wearing all black. I'll be dressed like the Omen. So I'm not even. We ain't even going to all.
Okay. All right. Well, finish your story.
But anyway, so I don't. While I don't necessarily think that any of the people in my immediate circle or my close circle of friends would do anything with someone that I was in a relationship with.
Mm-hmm.
However, and I've said this before, you can quote me on it, that whole thing that I've said about trust no bitch.
Yes.
But again, in my inner circle, I know them. And I'm not saying that they would not, but there's I know them.
Right.
So
most of my friends and me don't really like the same kind of dudes.
And then
so
you have to talk about that as well. And then it's so funny because there's a certain sect of people that are in my close circle that we overlap anyway. Like we share with what we like, and or we may have said, "Oh, I know something." Oh, yeah, I got with something, and we're done with it. So it's not a big deal.
Right.
So yeah.
So the thing here is that she said that she would buy a friend a hotel room before I let them stay at my house. And then the way that she talked about it, she says, we as believers, we believe that what we have, we are supposed to share with others, but I'm not sharing my man. That's a whole leap from assuming that if I let you stay at my house, that I'm sharing my man with you. So that's one. Two, these conversations that women and gay men have is always about the other woman or the other man and never about the motherfucker that's cheating.
You don't know that bitch. And if you don't know that bitch, you shouldn't be around your circle any damn way.
Right. So my thing is, one, just because, I mean, it doesn't happen so much anymore because I got rid of those people. But long time ago, when I bought this house, you know, you would let friends come over or hang out and be whatever. And they would be like, are you looking for a roommate? No, girl, I am not. I set this house up, this 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath house at that time, to live in it all by myself.
Right.
I don't need no roommates to pay the rent or whatever. When you come to town, you should plan to stay at a hotel.
Right.
There's very few people. Those who can stay at my house already know that they can stay at my house and they don't have to ask. They'll be like, I'm coming to DC, and I'd be like, okay, girl, what time I pick you up at the airport? You know, your room in Chateau Dominion is already ready to go. Those bitches already know who they are.
Right.
And if you don't have that, if you don't already have a security code in the system with your name on it, then you already know that you can't. But if you do come and stay, and I, for whatever reason, allow you, I'm not worried about my man, about you with my man, because I can't control how anyone actually acts, but of anyone, I can control how my man acts. And so I'm not going to live my life worried about what you're going to do with my man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
But also, you know, people talk about, oh, like Cousin Faith, you know, come down with her titties all out. I like, listen, Cousin Faith got one time to come to my house and act up, and they'd be like, immediately no. Immediately
take you and them 2 titties up them steps to get your bag.
First of all, my kids,
then go out the door.
My kids are here in the house, for one. And for 2, child, you already fucked Terry husband. Listen, what's you know, I bet they still let that bitch come around family functions. Because let me tell you, because I'm with Terry. Once you fuck Terry husband, and she had already done that before.
She fucked somebody else's husband.
In the family.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they even let that bitch come back around family functions in the first place. When you know some people are hoes, male, female, black, white, whatever, gay, straight, don't let hoes stay in your house for any reason. We as believers believe that marriage is sacred, but we also believe if you cross my threshold and some sex comes afoot, you and the husband can get sliced from the jugular to the trachea. And amen to that. So yeah, so I feel like all of this is unnecessary, because what kind of people are you having in your house that you will have to even worry about that?
And see, listen,
I wouldn't even, I mean, anybody that, let's just be clear. And I'm not paying for you to stay in a hotel, because unless you're coming here at my behest, why the fuck should I pay for you to stay in a hotel? First of all, when you come to town, you should already have planned to stay somewhere, and that where is in a hotel already. You don't need me to be like, oh, I'll put you up in a hotel. No, bitch, you was already going to stay in a hotel.
This is me like, oh, you have to pay for a hotel. Who got to pay for your hotel? Who, me? Oh, bitch, that was hilarious. No. Oh, shut
Even
my
if
door.
I
Get the
had
fuck
millions
out.
of dollars, it
No,
still might not
ma'am.
my responsibility
No, ma'am.
to make sure you get put up in a hotel. So
No, ma'am.
all of that whole conversation was foolishness to me.
No, ma'am.
Because none of it made any sense to me. From the why should I put you up in? Why should when you come to town to visit me, you stay anywhere other than a hotel? That's just that.
I'm not. We done with her because
Yeah. But you know what though? Because I know so many people, especially in the leather and kink community, that be like, "Hey, I want to come to, DC, and I'm looking for a place to crash." I was like, "Bitch, you crash at the Motel 6 up the street because no, girl, no, just no." So
I'm like, thank you.
So call me mean, call me nasty, but call a hotel. So there you go.
Yeah,
I do want to mention this black woman that worked at the Confederate Museum. First of all, I don't know what she was thinking. This woman, now God bless her for having a job. It was a government job with a pension, but this woman was a receptionist and a docent at the Museum of what was it called?
Confederate.
So this is one of the things I hate about the Root is that they had these fucking articles that it goes up sometimes. Yeah. A black woman who worked for 12 years as a receptionist at Alabama state-run Museum of the Confederacy has filed a racial discrimination complaint with the EEOC over her treatment. She's 62 years old. That said that she was often treated as much of a curiosity while working inside the first White House of the Confederacy. Blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. They treated her.
They treated her just like
a slave, not like a slave, but they said all of the racist things that you would expect someone that you would expect for a museum of the South, because it wasn't just like this is a museum of a terrible moment in American history. It was a museum of the Confederacy, so it was celebrating all of that shit. And you worked there for 12 years, girl. What the fuck did you expect to happen? Yeah, she was definitely a token. So, I mean, girl, you know what you set yourself up for. So that's all I can say about that. I mean, I feel bad that she.
God bless her ministry. She needed a job, and I understand all that.
Right,
baby,
and for 12 years. But I mean, what did you expect?
You worked for 12.
You worked at a place called a place called We Hate Niggas, and then you mad that they hate niggas.
Right. And then I'm sitting there saying, like, it's one thing to need the paycheck, but baby, it's been 12 years. So you're talking about you did 6 months to a year. That's one thing, but baby, you did 12 of them years.
Right.
12.
Right. Back to back. One after the motherfucking other.
I just can't. I'm just not. Where are we at? So here's some good news that has come afoot. The Color Purple. Yes. So y'all know with this Color Purple is being remade, and we are excited.
It's not the movie, the musical. They're treating it not as a remake of the movie, but it's a movie dramatization of the Broadway play.
Yeah, the upcoming film adaptation of the Color Purple musical cast.
But it's the same story, essentially.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And so our girl Taraji P. Henson is going to be Suge Avery, which I didn't even know Taraji could actually sing. But apparently she did very well in the live version of Annie when she played
Could Margaret Avery sing?
Well, but
who played Suge Avery? Was that all dubbed?
Was a lot of that was dubbed, like her. But
it is a movie musical, so this is a little different.
Right.
You can't expect.
But I didn't know she was good. But she played the orphan. What's the woman's name at the orphanage for Annie? I can't remember, but I think that's what she played in the live version of Annie.
The mistress, the head mistress,
whatever her name was. Yeah, yeah, I think that's what she played. But anyway, she got rave reviews for that. Fantasia has been cast as Celie. She was actually in the play itself.
Yes.
And which I didn't know she had her debut as a replacement in 2007. I didn't know that. I thought she was actually cast in that role.
I thought she was too.
I thought she was. Then Danielle Brooks, our girl from Orange is the New Black, she's going to be Miss Sophia. And she was also in the 2015 revival, and she earned a Tony nomination for that, which I didn't really know she was that great as well. I'm happy about it. But she was actually surprised of her casting with a Zoom call through Oprah Winfrey. Listen, I'm not necessarily get starstruck about anything, but bitch, if Oprah pops up on my tablet, bitch, I am going to lose it. Oh my god! Oh my god! Like I'm going to lose it. Like I would lose it. I'm just gonna lose it. So Coleman Domingo, who is a motherfucking cutie. Oh my goodness,
and he's a homosexual.
Very, very is being played. He's gonna play Mr.
But when I first saw him, I was like, he's got gay face. And then when I found out he was homosexual, I was like, that's why he's got gay face. Listen, I knows my homosexuals when I see
we
them.
can tell. It's our sixth sense. Corey Hawkins is going to be Harpo. They cast.
Michelle said
Tata
Vega did the Sugar Avery vocals in the original Color Purple.
Okay,
thanks for that.
Thank you. Her is being cast as Squeak. Mary Alice.
I couldn't tell you what Squeak looked. I mean, not Squeak. I couldn't tell you what her looked like if I saw her on the street. She could literally be sitting next to me and
a bunch of hair and some glasses if she's ready for stage. That's all. Yeah. And Halle Bailey is going to be cast as.
When
Nettie.
I first saw that, I saw Halle Berry.
Yep.
And I was like, Halle Berry's a little older to be playing Nettie. Halle Bailey. As in Chloe and Halle. Okay, got it. Yes.
So this Warner Brothers adaptation will be directed by Blitz Bazule.
His cast is a little light skinned.
Well, sort of, kind of, but not. Well, I mean, but the whole cast kind of was in a sense. It was kind of lighter, like
Margaret Avery and Whoopi Goldberg and
Sophia.
Well, not. Maybe I'm just
but okay,
it's fine.
But anyway. I
will say that Halle Bailey don't look like she could be related to.
That's not necessarily true.
Fantasia at all.
That's not necessarily.
Well, that's true because they don't have the same fathers.
They don't have the same fathers,
right?
And in fact, they're not. They're right. You're right. Okay.
They had the same mother, but not the same father.
Okay. So this adaptation is done by the same person that did Beyonce's Black is King.
Actually, they do have the same mother and father because remember that old man that was fucking Sealy was their stepfather. So but either way, that's not.
I still think they got different fathers, but anyway. But the film is going to be due in 2023, and they're also seeking background actors and young twins for featured roles. It's going to be shooting in March in Georgia.
Listen, when we
can shave this down.
Beard,
we can shave it down.
Whatever. And take a couple of pills for my back, bitch. I could be in the background talking about or I could be like,
and this is me in the background in every single shot.
Right, bitch. We're supposed to be in the background of the juke joint having a conversation. You like extra number 12. Stop looking at the camera. Stop looking at the camera. You got one more time to do that, or you got to go.
So it starts, but if anybody's interested in going down and auditioning and trying to become an extra, go on to Backstage today and see if you can actually apply, because there's an actual link that you can actually go to. So go on to Backstage today. So you should be able to find information about going on to Backstage, which is the movie magazine page. So check that out.
Okay. These Netflix releases.
Yeah, Netflix has some new releases for 2022, and Netflix has been doing it big. Yes. And they have a whole bunch of things. They dropped this trailer that has about 80 different films in it. And here's just a couple that just caught my eye, but they're all interesting though.
Read this.
Let's see. The list is okay. Here we go. The first one was They Clone Tyrone, was starring John Boyega, Jamie Foxx, and they put John Boyega's name again, but there's a female, and I cannot think of her name because they didn't give me the name.
I mean, I love John Boyega, so I'm
interested to see that. This picture of them, it's like bougie, artsy, but then like super fly, but kind of like in the 2000s, but like it's like a box and it's kind of cute. The School for Good and Evil.
I like Charlize. Charlize Theron is I
love her. The Mothership
and Kerry Washington. I love Kerry, but she acts too much with her teeth, though. No, it's more overbite. Carrie, give me pain. Give me beauty. Give me beauty and pain. She just acts too much with her teeth.
It's a lot.
Listen, I love, because I have been watching on TikTok like little clips of Scandal, and you just like Kerry Washington is fucking gorgeous.
She's a beautiful woman.
Them, sometimes they missed, but about 80% of the time, them wigs that she had was together. She's just gorgeous. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm interested in seeing that. The Mothership could be interesting
with Halle Berry and Omari Hart.
Halle Berry is like a terrible movie magnet.
That I saw the preview for that, and it kind of looks a little. I don't know if I really would have put her in that, but whatever. Let's see. Adam Sandler, Queen Latifah is going to be in Hustle.
Is this a remake of Taxi? Wasn't they in that movie called Taxi Cab or whatever?
Oh, Charlie, we're not going to talk about that, honey.
Yeah, you know. Queen Latifah is very good in The Equalizer, but most of her movies are kind of terrible. I've only seen like a couple episodes, and she be whooping ass though.
I don't know. Anyway. Boo starring Marlon Wayans and Priya Ferguson. No. The Mother starring Jennifer Lopez and Omari Hardwick as well.
Maybe.
End of the Road starring Queen Latifah and Ludacris.
Maybe. I still have to see the original Knives Out.
You need to.
Was it good?
It's definitely a Sunday afternoon. I have nothing else to watch, and I'm gonna watch this and to be entertained because it's really kind of good.
Mm-hmm. So I have no interest in Me Time because Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg are in it. So.
Well, Regina
Hall, yes.
Yeah, I'm here for
Kevin Hart. It's a no for me.
Yeah,
Mark Wahlberg, it's a no for me.
But Mark, I don't know. Mark can still get it. I'm sorry.
Mark is a racist who beat an Asian man almost to death, and the man blinded that man in one eye.
I am sorry.
That is such a gay response.
I am sorry.
I know he's a racist that blinded a man, but have you seen his six-pack?
I am sorry that he beat that man, but I'm just talking about what he looks like physically. Mm-hmm. Now, knowing this information, would I still do it? No. But what I'm saying is, look at a picture of him. Yes. Okay. That's all I'm saying. So
they're doing a Black Matilda? Lashana Lynch. Or is she starring in it or just in it?
These are again. They didn't show the trailers, but these last 7 they're confirmed. They're already They're confirmed already for 2022 release. But that's it. That's all I got about them. Yeah. Matilda, Monkey Man, The Noel Diary, Rustin.
So is that a first of all, the word is biopic, meaning it's short for biographical picture. When people say biopic, it makes me want to punch them in the face.
You mean like Conversate?
Yes. But it's not biopic. It's not biopic. Not
let's
bionic.
Conversate about it.
It's biopic.
Let's conversate
But anyway,
about it.
So is it a biopic about Bayard Rustin? That would be cute with Coleman Domingo because he kind of looks like Bayard Rustin.
Audra McDonald's in this as well as Glenn Turman.
Oh yeah, so this is going to be good, child. This feels like
I don't know if this is about Bayard Rustin or not, but I'm assuming, but I don't know. But it's spelled differently, so I'm not quite sure.
Is this a misspelling? Well, I'll look at the thing. So.
Yeah.
All right. So is this Shirley? Is this about Shirley Chisholm? I was going to say Shirley Bassey.
Listen, I'm assuming it's
Shirley Chisholm because Regina King is in it.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I think I saw the preview for a piece of that, or at least talking about that. I'm not sure if I saw a preview or a picture or if I just remember talking about it. But so yeah, Netflix is doing a damn thing, and so we'll see what 2022 brings. So be on the lookout for your Netflix. Make sure you pay your subscription so you can watch everything. Right. You know, I'm good for.
And girl, y'all can split that shit because I'm actually being nice. One of my fraternity brothers and her daughter, because she's like a single mother. Her father, the child's father, is a piece of shit. So I paid $15 a month for,
and you get like 5 people.
You get like 4 or 5 people. So I gave them 2 of those links because child, I barely watch shit my damn self.
Okay.
I turn on Netflix and I usually just end up spending an hour scrolling through things and adding them to the list.
Yeah,
without actually watching anything. But I know for a fact that she and her daughter watch it. So with all these streaming services, child, get together. Everybody put in $50 a month, split that shit up, and then just share those logins.
That's true too.
So, and you're not really doing anything illegal because you're not literally sharing the same login. Like Disney Plus, HBO Max, Netflix all allow you to have a login, and you can have up to 3 or 4 people that allow you to use that account. So all you're doing is just sharing it. So anyway, Stunt Queen of the Week.
Well, I don't know. So
She's not really a stunt queen,
but
it feels like she
should have kept
it feels like she should have kept her mouth shut.
So first of all, I don't remember how to pronounce her name, whether it's Tandy or Thandy. But
no, so
is it
she's
Tandy?
South African. You know, her mother is black,
right?
Like black,
right,
like South African Negro black,
right.
And her father is German, something like that. So like her name is Tandiwe. I think that's it.
Tandiwe. Okay,
but the white South African pronunciation of it is Tandy.
Okay.
But that woman, Tandy Newton.
So she's under fire for this cringy and patronizing interview where she tearfully apologized to darker skinned actresses for taking their roles. Mm-hmm. Okay. So she's 48 years old, and the BAFTA-winning actress broke down with during an interview with Sky News, where she was promoting her new movie, God's Country, which tells the story of a grieving Black professor who confronts two white hunters on her property. Now, it's based on the author James Lee Burke's short story, Winter Light, but has been revamped as the lead character in the book is an older white man rather than a Black woman. Okay. So during the chat, she admitted that she considered not taking the role as she believed she was, she didn't believe she was dark-skinned enough before going to apologize to Black actresses that I'm the one chosen. So as mentioned,
this
Tandy,
is why it's stunt queenie.
Yeah, it's very stunt queenie. She said as we just said, Tandy, who is mixed race with English and Zimbabwean heritage, said, my internalized prejudice was stopping me from feeling like I could play this role when it's precisely that prejudice that I've received. Doesn't matter that it's from an African-American woman more than anyone else. Doesn't matter.
Blah, blah, blah.
I received prejudice. Okay. So she started welling up, and she added that she wanted to apologize every day to darker skinned actresses to say, I'm sorry that I'm the one chosen. My mama looks like you. My mom looks like you. It's been very painful to have women look like my mom, feel like I'm not representing them, that I'm taking from them, taking their men, taking their work, taking their truth. I didn't mean to.
Feels like there's something she should have discussed with her therapist. 1, 2, dark enough for what? Because this role was never written for a Black person.
It was written for this white man.
James Lee Burke. It was an older white man. So as long as the person that's in the movie identifies as Black, that's not the issue. Now, the issues are when there are roles. I mean, I'm sure there are some dark-skinned actresses who have given her shit, and some dark-skinned women who have given her shit. But
let's talk about Nina Simone, Zoe, and Nina.
That's what I was going to get to. It was like, listen, I fucking love her. I love Zoe Saldana. What is it?
Saldana.
Zoe Saldana. I love her. You ever seen Colombiana?
Absolutely.
That
one of my favorite
movie.
It was one of my favorite movies. I loved it.
The way because I love a kick-ass female.
But listen, I'm here. First of all, I'm here for any movie that has a woman in a pair of heels,
right? That
are thigh highs and a ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
2 of my favorite movies, Colombiana and Salt.
And so I laugh because a couple of they always refer to me as Salt. And I'm like, bitch, that's fine. That's fine, girl. Right? That's good. I'm good with that.
She named her character Sandra after Sandra Bland. After all that patronizing, cringeworthy crap she was spitting, she says that, right? So this was all unnecessary because the character was never written as Black. So as long as there's a person who openly identifies as Black, it doesn't matter. Now, there are some roles I think that as a lighter-skinned Black person, you should probably not. Like Zoe Saldana should have been like, I'm not the appropriate person to play Nina Simone.
I'm not going to put on.
We know what Nina Simone look like. I don't look nothing at all like Nina Simone, and you should have just left that. But I'm not saying that she doesn't have pain around this, but I'm saying this was not the place for it.
Yeah, it feels very
cringy.
Yeah, it's very cringy, and I don't know.
And the statement was unnecessary.
It's like I said, I feel like she might be stunt queen, but I'm not quite sure. I don't know how I feel about it.
Queen. It just feels like
it's just uncomfortable.
It feels in a weird way. You know what? It feels like a white woman cry for help when they are centering themselves in the victim narrative. When girl, it's not about you.
something I don't know. Something about this is just making me. I don't know. It's a little.
All right, what are we forgetting? Oh, so Wendy Williams has Sherry Shepherd has been named a permanent guest host for the Wendy Williams show. Listen, I'm not a big fan of Wendy Williams, but
I'm a fan of Sherry Shepherd.
I'm not a fan of Sherry Shepherd's either.
I'm a fan of her because I want her to. I feel like her personal life has always been kind of just jacked up. Where she got married to the guy, she finally had the baby, and then I think her son has like autism or something I believe, and she just seems like she is always on the precipice of like really breaking through and doing something noteworthy or having something really good, and there's something just kind of pulls her back. So
she's always.
I don't know.
There was that time when she was spouting that weird Christian-y bullshit.
Catalea.
Yeah, she was spouting that weird Christian-y bullshit. So I was over her then. Okay. So we talked about Nelly. Image Awards. So Aquafina.
This is something that's kind of cringeworthy as well for me.
Well,
I can't because I don't.
I don't like Aquafina. Because what's wrong with this tablet?
That's what I'm saying. It's like it feels like the whole page is like moving or something.
Yeah, there's something about this tablet. It feels like I need to hold it and then see. All right, so fuck it. So we know the story. So Aquafina was, for whatever reason, nominated for a fucking NAACP Image Award. Why? For work that she did on some movie or some project or something. But Black people are calling her. First of all, the bitch's name is her name is something. She goes by Aquafina, which and it's like this very sort of ghetto girl name. Tyra and I Bougie Girl and I went to school with a girl named Aquanetta, but it was spelled like Aquanet TTA. Okay. But Aquafina, her name is Nora, and she spells Aquafina AWKWAFINA. So there's always that sort of African American vernacular. Are you about to fart or something?
No, guys.
You did like this? Like you lifted up a cheek or something?
You know what? I'm tired too. That's what I'm like. I'm like, ugh.
And then she does this sort of stereotypical black scent, which we saw in. I loved everything about Crazy Rich Asians except her.
She was okay.
Her, because she also slipped in and out of that accent. So it was like there were times when she was using it and then times when she wasn't. But the thing is that she has made a point of not taking roles that are stereotypically Asian. And she said that she's turned down, like she's been at an audition and, they ask her to read for the part of Nora, let's say. But then they want her to do an Asian accent and she won't do it. But yet her whole thing is doing the same thing that you don't want done to you for Asians. You're perpetuating that for Black people. And so you would have a real problem if I or a white person got on stage and did some stereotypical Asian accent, but yet it's cool for you to do it. And you're not even saying, hey, I did this when I was younger in my career. I know better now, so I'm not going to do it. She keeps doubling down on it and saying it's not the same thing. But no, girl, it's exactly the same thing. In the same way that you don't want your accent and your culture being made fun of, Black people don't want you to be doing that. So fuck her. That's what it boils down to. Anything to add?
No, not really. She's all right. I just don't necessarily think that she is as funny as her. I don't think she's as funny as everybody makes it out. She has moments, and I'm okay with that, but I just don't see it. I mean, she's all right.
Yeah, she don't really do it for me.
Like in Crazy Rich Asians, she was okay. Her character was okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying I loved everything about that movie except her.
So,
So then the last thing to talk about, I mean, if we want to, is the Oscar nominations, but I didn't watch none of these movies.
What? The Oscar? What? Come on. Hey, babe.
So, but a bunch of black people did get nominated. So I'm trying to find the article.
The thing that I will say about this, I like that first of all, I like that Denzel went back to his roots,
right?
Of especially, and I definitely want to see this, his remake, not remake, but the movie of is it the family? It's Macbeth. What is it called? The Family Macbeth, I think they called it. They changed the title a little bit, didn't they?
I don't know.
Is it just Macbeth? But anyway, I like the way the how it's shot. It's in black and white, and it's just very dramatic. So I definitely want to see it. And I think now as an adult, I can really, really appreciate the wordplay and the extra nonsense that we thought as kids. We're like, God damn it, why all this just superfluous shit? Like, just say what the fuck you want. You just want to kiss her. Like, what the fuck? You ain't got to thou soft in the mouth and the tooth and the what and the put my lip on the lip.
The tragedy of Macbeth.
The tragedy of Macbeth. Mm-hmm. So I kind of like that he was nominated for going back to his roots. And then ironically, I think it was Denzel had went up against Will Smith the year I think he did Ali, I think it was. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the year that Denzel won for Training Day, I think.
Okay.
I think that's what it was. And so now they're up against each other again.
Yes.
And he's doing King Richard.
King Richard had 6 nominations. Will Smith for Best Actor, Ingenue Ellis for Best Actress.
Come on, Ingenue.
Best Supporting Actress. It was also got noms for Original Screenplay, Film Editing, and...
that was the mom from Lovecraft.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I be getting her confused with the other woman.
Which one?
The aunt.
The aunt in Lovecraft?
The one that was the mother, but then there was the one that was... What's her name? Sister.
Oh, yeah. She's her name is she's Afro. She has an African name, I think.
Yeah, it's woo. I'm not being funny.
No,
it's
no, it's something
woo Munyu or something like that.
I can't remember. Yeah, woo. Womu.
Let's just let it go. One moo or something like that.
Something like that. I can't remember, but yeah.
But anyway, and Beyonce was nominated for Original Song for Be Alive, and it was also nominated for Best Picture. Tragedy of Macbeth, Best Actor for Denzel Washington, Cinematography and Productions. Questlove, Summer of Soul was nominated for Best Documentary Feature. Shaquille O'Neal executive produced The Queen of Basketball, which was nominated for Best Documentary Short Subject. Ariana DeBose, who earned a nom for Best Actress in a Supporting Role for West Side Story. And Coming to America 2, which was nominated for Best Makeup and Hairstyle, which I was like,
what?
Okay, girl.
All right. Well,
I didn't know that Amazon Prime movies could get nominated for Oscars. I thought it was Emmys. I honestly thought that was Emmys. I didn't know that was Oscar.
I mean, it would technically just be a studio, so why would they not? But okay, all right, I get it.
Right.
Okay. I want to go check out The Tragedy of Macbeth. I definitely want to check it out.
There's like a ton of movies that I haven't seen. So,
can we talk about the fact that I went to go see Scream?
What'd you think? I'm so over Scream.
So I'm over it, and the way they did it, it was supposed to be funny, and then I'm sitting there, I'm getting all geeked because I was like, oh my god, there's Sydney. I was like, yeah, Sydney, and I was like, okay, but.
So
I'm not trying to tell y'all what happened, but
it was like in the first movie, you didn't know exactly the nature of the killer.
You know everything you need to know about Scream before you even go see it, if you've seen the first 2 or 3.
But what I was going to say is that at the second movie, it was just revealed that it was just a dude. He didn't have no supernatural powers or nothing. So all it took was you could have just run up on that motherfucker and stabbed him and be like, right. Because like
pull up on me.
We know Freddy, we know Jason. Freddy, Jason, Mike Myers. They're just like
Wumi, that's her name.
Wunmi
Mosaku. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
There is a supernatural element to those characters, and it's like there's really nothing you can do. Once I found out that like you could have been the guy in the Scream mask, I'd have been like,
bitch, are we going like?
I'd have been like, and he's coming up on me. No. Damn, bitch. Get the fuck away from me. Listen, once I found out that was just a regular dude, I was like, oh, so y'all just a bunch of bitches. That's just sort of ruined the movie for me because I don't really like scary movies, but I kind of like the Scream franchise because it was like a riff on it. But then when we found out it was just a dude, I was like,
and
so y'all just punks?
Even this one was still a riff on the riff.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, listen, what I will say, if any of you was thinking about going to see it, wait till it come on Netflix or wait till it come on something that you already paid for. It just, that's all. It's not bad, but just wait till.
That's the same. The slave went to see Moonfall. He said he actually kind of liked it because he went in with very low. That's the one with Halle Berry. Where the moon crashes into the planet. I was like, oh, this looks terrible. Yeah. And you know who it was produced by?
Who?
Roland Emmerich. So it's a combination. It's like independent. He did Independence Day.
He also say
so it's like Independence Day, but except the moon is the main character. So I was like, girl, this looks like a cross between Independence Day and 2012.
Was it 2012? What was the one with Bruce Willis and all them with the asteroid coming?
And yeah, that one.
Whatever that was. Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to close my eyes. I fucking love that song by Aerosmith. Bitch, I fucking love that song. And not Nev Campbell. What was her?
Not Nev Campbell.
Liv Tyler.
Liv Tyler has his daughter.
His daughter. Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
So anyway. So anything else we need to talk about?
No. I'm good. Listen. I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm tired. So that this 5:45 is just showing all over my face.
You know, well, I know you can't do it, but on Wednesdays, I shut it down like 5:15, 5:30, and I tell my phone to let me know when it is. I do 6:55 because there's a huge difference between 6:55 p.m. and 7 p.m. Well, and I take a cute little nap. Baby, that is the most refreshing nap.
That's normally what I do. I try to get off the phone by like 6 so that I can between like 5 and 6. And so I have that time from 5 up until about 7 when I roll out to then come over because it's just downtime. But I don't have that right now. So I got to drive. And it's okay. But I'm just like, I'm just tired now.
Right. All right. So get into this beautiful bean footage and we will check you out on the other side.
Be right back.
Banter. All right, y'all should be able to hear us now. So when you can see us back on the screen,
Are we back?
You
now?
can hear. Yeah,
We still
now
not.
they can hear. No, we're back now.
Oh, but I mean, we was,
Y'all can hear us now, right?
I mean, like, what the fuck? I mean, we was trying to.
I'm pretty sure they can hear us now.
I mean,
all right, so we will have our show next week, and then I am on vacation for a few days.
I will also be on vacation. I'm doing it's a local staycation.
Because I was like, girl, you could come down to Florida because we can make some videos.
I'm doing a local staycation where I'm playing house.
Well, who?
I'll tell you about that. I'll share with y'all later.
Well, from last week?
No, I'll tell you. No.
Oh, is it somebody we know?
No. This I mean, we've talked about this one before. This is listen. I'll tell you.
Vinegary ball.
No, I'll tell
vodka
you.
balls?
No.
Oh, wouldn't that be shade if y'all had been talking to all this? Oh no, please don't tell me it's
No, that's not. They hit me up the other day too, but no, that's not them. But no, it's all right.
We'll wait till we get off of there.
Not,
all right.
Yeah.
So you make a couple of videos. I'm gonna make a couple of videos. Keep them 3 minutes or less so we can upload them to the TikTok channel. All right. So, and we'll say that you weren't too poor to come on this vacation. You just chose to do other things. And other people. So, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not bitter. Not at all.
That part, because from the moment I check in to the moment I check out,
not gonna be fucking. I need to know who this is now. Now I'm curious. Curious
because it's been a drought for them, but it ain't meant for me. But it was some good stuff, and I remember. So this is what we gonna do.
Is this
field goal?
Is this booty bump?
No. I wish I'll get back in touch with booty bump.
Right.
When I can.
Anyway, so so we'll have our regular show.
I hate that picture. No. I don't like this.
I feel like I've seen him before somewhere. I'm sure I've seen him around, but I don't know him. I don't want you to,
No, it's been 30 years of.
Oh, well. Well, congratulations. Shante got a man at home.
I ain't got no. First of all, I ain't got no man. I ain't got to listen. We ain't
right.
What we doing.
So we will be on next week. We'll be on for, we're not going on break. I'm just saying we're going on vacation. So, expect some fun and interesting videos from that. And
this is too funny.
There's a lot going on. So we need to plan our summer vacation too. I was thinking that we should go back and do another week in Fort Lauderdale.
I'm here for all of that.
Because I don't see what, even if we are back in, by the way, our office joint got the way they set us up. We got a message last week that our return to the office has been delayed indefinitely, which I'm fine with. But even when we do go back, I'm just gonna be like, yeah. So I'm gonna be working, but I'm gonna be working this week in Florida.
Oh, I felt it through the phone. Last night I went out to go support karaoke, and I bumped into Justin.
Yeah, something about some wings.
Listen. I hadn't eaten out all day, so when I got there, I ordered some wings.
The shit out
and bitch,
wing,
you get down that wing, but you sitting there, I'm like,
he was sitting there,
and I got to that last piece, and I was like, and I opened my eyes, I looked up, and Justin was sitting at the table right there. He was looking at me, and I was like, he started laughing. I started laughing. I said, bitch, because I was going to fuck this up. So we made comments. So shout out to Mr. DC Eagle. He was with 2020. He was 2020, yes. So shout out to Justin. He's still hilarious and love you to death. I'm so glad to see you last night.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Well, all right, kids. It has been a lovely evening. We thank you all for coming out. And so as we end the show, we will say thank you all for coming out. God bless you and good night. I didn't take a good breath. Come on.
Bye. 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 Bye.